hi there, it's me again, your friendly director's daughter. I'm coming to ruin your YouTube viewing as per. I've just finished one video, so it's uploading now as we speak. And I thought what I was going to do was about this silliness, and I mean it is silliness going on at the moment. There's Christmas light outside my window, just lovely Christmas lights in the town centre. It's really sweet, but silliness going on the media, and well, it's basically in the media, social media, a big thing about Hallmark, which is a US company that do programs, whatever. There's a big hullabaloo about two women kissing, I think it was, and they took it off. Hallmark took it off, and then about a week later they reinstated that bit about two women kissing. And do you know, and people say, oh, how wonderful of them to do that, blah blah blah, whatever like that. And I said, as brilliant as this is, which it is, why in today's day and age this is going on, that so many people are against seeing same sex, same gender partners on TV shows, in adverts or whatever. At the moment we have quite a few adverts being shown on British TV with there's one for Amazon, one for car, and H&M. Both Amazon and one with a car is two people of same sex that both represent as female, according to the adverts. You know, none of them say, or none of them have a label saying, oh no, I am not female, I am not male, I am not this, I'm not that, but they portray themselves as female on camera and on my TV, so therefore I see them as both female. That's for the car and Amazon. And then H&M is two guys kissing down the alleyway, and big hullabaloo about that as well, and complaints and whatever. And I'm thinking, to bloody grow up, it's 2020 in a couple of weeks' time, well, just over a week's time, and people are still gabbing on about same-sex kissing, hugging, and whatever like that. Do you know, it's just ridiculous, isn't it? So why can't people be happy for others, regardless of gender, sexual orientation, colour, creed, religious faith, or whatever? Just be happy that they're in love. There is love out there. There's plenty of love for everybody. So, and if you're just so miserable that you don't want anybody else to feel the love, then just lock yourself away, kid. I'm telling you, just lock yourself away and just don't go on social media, don't go out, because you'll get annoyed every step of the way. Personally, I think it's just people that are not happy in their own lives, or maybe even not happy in their own relationships, that will do that. So they're not happy, so therefore no one else is allowed to be happy, and which I think is totally wrong. Everybody deserves to be happy. Everyone deserves happiness, whether it be on their own or with someone else. And a friend of mine's decided to go back to an old flame, which had hurt him before, and at the end of the day, that's his choice, and I respect his choice, and I respect the fact that they're back together. That's all I worry about is that this person's going to hurt him again, and I don't like seeing people being hurt and getting used and whatever. So and it's so sad that people feel the need to do all that. So, but anyway, yes. So I just thought I'd point out that isn't it ridiculous about this day and age? About, oh my God, how dare you, whatever, and how dare you show that on TV? If that bothers you so much, then why the hell, number one, are you on social media? Because a lot of it is on social media anyway. So I'm not talking about sex and whatever like that, porn, whatever. I'm talking about same-sex couples, people that identify as gay or trans or non-binary or whatever, are on social media. They're on Facebook, they're on YouTube, But yet people complain when they see it on their screens, which I think is just plain stupid, plain ridiculous. And the fact that you are so bored that you have to have something to do and something to complain about. And I wouldn't like to be in the same room at a party with you because you'd bore the pants off of me. So, you know, you do you, and if you want to embroil in a stew of unhappiness and sadness and bubble over and spew it towards other people, that's your choice. They say all this crap about freedom of speech, which does not mean that you can turn around and ridicule anybody else that is different from you, and that is not freedom of speech at all. Freedom of speech is that you can have a mind of your own, you can say something, you can say things, but in a way that does not put anyone in danger, any individual or a group in danger of violence or incite violence or anything like that towards them. And a lot of people seem to forget that part of freedom of speech. The actual term is so whatever you want, as long as it does not incite violence against an individual or group in our society. So, and that's what it means, freedom of speech. But of course, most of the people saying, "Oh, I have the right to turn around and say that I don't like blah 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 because of this and that and the other." And you know what people are like. When you do that, it's like people end up reading it wrongly and saying like, oh my god, so that person is, say, of that colour or that religion, so therefore all of them are bad, so therefore we're going to go after all of them, not just the one bad person. And I think that is just so wrong, because you're picking on an individual because of what others of same religion or same creed or same gender as they are from doing something wrong to you, and that is baloney. And people who do that don't deserve pity. They don't deserve, well, basically they don't deserve a single millimetre of my breath, really. So basically, it's if they can't leave people alone to live their own lives, then they're not worth the steam off my pee, let's say. But do you know, it's just ridiculous, isn't it? You know, it's somebody complaining about two women kissing on a program. I don't know what, I can't even remember what the program was called. It was they had hundreds of complaints. There's in the USA, in America, that hundreds of complaints about these two women kissing on a TV show. Channel called Hallmark. I don't know if we get it on here because I don't have Sky, so I don't know if we can get it on here when we've got Sky or cable or anything like cable TV or whatever. But anyway, so yes, so there's major complaints about that. So Hallmark took it off about a week, and there's a big uproar about that as well. And now they've reinstated that part, and everything's hunky-dory and everything. And I'm sure that somebody will have a say about it being back again. It'll be back on social media again about being that is disgusting, whatever. If you don't like it on TV, just turn it over. Just turn it over. Switch it over to something else, and that's it. And that's all you've got to do, isn't it? You don't have to watch. There's no one there holding a gun to you. You have to watch two women or two men or a trans woman or a trans man doing blah 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 on TV. There's no one holding a gun to your head. So if you don't like it, don't watch. Simple as. It's nice to see representation of people in the LGBTQ plus community on TV. Through the ages, they've been played like gay men as really camp, or gay women as really, really butcher, masculine looking and acting and whatever. That program was on BBC, was it Gentleman Jack or whatever it's called, and she was portrayed as a very, very masculine woman, dressed in masculine clothes and everything, and you know, so, and that's how they were portrayed and are portrayed still sometimes. But hey ho, things are changing, but it's not soon enough. There's still a long way to go. And talking to somebody last evening about these militants who want equality, but to be more equal than you, if you know what I mean. Same with when I first transitioned, I was told by somebody that I had to act a certain way, be a certain way, treat people a certain way, and be treated a certain way, and demand to be treated that way. And it was like, no, you know, I am me. If you don't like me, you don't like me. If you are thinking enough to, if you're narrow-minded enough to not dislike me because I'm a trans woman, then that's your prerogative, that's your choice, and good luck. Bye-bye. You know, so no skin off my nose, and there's a huge nose being hidden by the hair. Look, there's a huge nose, there's no skin off my nose. But, you know, get to know the people regardless of who or what they are, and a lot of people are very, very quick to judge, and they are the ones that have a lot more time. So they rather go and judge someone else, so that no one would look at them and judge them. And that's what it's all about. Oh, you know, and it's always been like that, and it always will be. Somebody said something derogatory about the LGBTQ plus community. It's the fact that they've got something to hide. Either they are themselves gay or whatever, and but they don't want the world to know, they can't face it themselves, they don't want the family to know because they've been brought up or something like that, and that still happens in this day and age. It's just ridiculous, isn't it? You know, kids are being bullied because they want to be different, they want to be themselves, and they can't because other kids bully them, and it's just ridiculous, really, it's just ridiculous. And the only reason why kids are like that is because the people around them, and kids do pick up stuff. So we need to start from the home really about teaching about, people say, talk about tolerance, and I'm thinking, no, not tolerance. But that basically means to tolerate somebody or something is to put up with it, even though you don't like the situation or action or item or whatever, or the person. I tolerate you because you're in my house. No. Accept me. If you're going to tolerate me, don't bother, because tolerance is just not. No. Acceptance. Yes, accept me for who I am. If you can't accept me for who I am, then it's pointless wasting my breath on you. It's pointless you wasting your breath on me, because we'll never get on. And that's how it should be. And I'm sick and tired of hearing about, you know, tolerance this and tolerance that. No, don't tolerate anything. Accept things, yes. Accept them, but not tolerate them. Like I said, if it means you tolerate something or someone, it means that you don't like that situation or the person or the action, but you put up with it because you have to. And that is it's not a form of forcing you. It is forcing you to accept something or someone or an action, and that is not right at all. You should never force anyone to do anything. Let them accept who you are or what you are. That is different, but to tolerate who or what you are, no. I would rather have nothing than be tolerated. I tolerate so and so because she makes us laugh. Or I tolerate so and so because blah blah likes her, and everywhere blah blah goes, she goes or he goes. No, you don't tolerate anybody or anything, because life's too short. If you don't like someone, don't tolerate them, regardless of how you like them or not. Sorry about the background noise. I've got Simba there chomping on the bloody bottle again. Simba, thank you. Leave it. Cola bottle. Simba, thank you. Leave it. So, so you're just being naughty, aren't you? Hey? You're being naughty. Yes, you are. He's being naughty. He's being naughty, everybody. See, I've told everybody now, Simba, how naughty you are. Yes. But anyway, all this palaver about, it's just so awful, this is happening in today's age, and we shouldn't be saying things like that, going, isn't it awful that it's carrying on? Isn't it awful that people still won't tolerate things like that on TV or whatever. No, it's acceptance, not toleration. Not be tolerant, because accepting somebody is much better than tolerating them. You know, so I tolerate blah blah because it's what's the name's friend and whatever. It's just ridiculous, isn't it? So, and life's too short to be like that. It's like if I'd rather you not. If somebody tolerates me and say, all right, you can come along because we tolerate you because you're friends with blah blah, I'd rather not go, or I'd rather not be friends with the individuals that would invite me because they tolerate me. I'd rather sit at home on my own with my doggies and with a cup of tea or coffee, actually, black coffee, well, coffee with double cream and some skinny syrup. But anyway, so that's me waffling on again, and my last video is all about the Christmas tree and Simba making a big noise and me telling him off. So this video is all about tolerance, and not about tolerance, acceptance. And I have to remember to forget the word tolerance, because it's so ingrained in all of us, right, Simba's right. It's all ingrained in all of us to be, you know, you have to tolerate this, you have to tolerate that. No, you don't have to tolerate anything. If you don't like anything, you can accept it, but don't tolerate it. And you know, so say for instance, if somebody's playing music at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning really loudly in this blog, and I tolerate it, no, because Simba, leave me. Thank you. Tolerate it, no, because I don't want to tolerate it, because it just means that I'm putting up with it just for the sake of it, and I don't want to do that. So, and that to me, that's what it means. If you're tolerating someone, it means that you're putting up with it because you have to, even though you don't like the situation or the person or who or what they are. And that to me is wrong. Never tolerate anything with anyone. Nothing. I try in my life. I try to be on time, and I can't accept somebody that's going to be half an hour, 45 minutes, unless there is a reason. Well, stop it then, Simba. Unless there is a reason, and that's fine. There's a reason, that's fine. Once I waited 2 hours for somebody to turn up, and he finally turned up, and he was my first ever boyfriend. He finally turned up, but of course in those days there was no mobile phones, and you couldn't get in touch with me. So you know, and he said, "Oh, I'll be there. I'll be at yours at 2 o'clock." When so I met the train, and he wasn't on the train. So thankfully, I only lived around the corner from the train station. So I went back home, and then when I met the next train, he wasn't on that one. Next one, he wasn't on that one, and I tolerated it because he was my first boyfriend, and I thought that's what you did if somebody you loved. But no, you don't tolerate anybody or anything. So you just basically say no. I will accept you. If you are going to, if you are the kind of person that's going to be late all the time, I will accept that and understand that you will come, and that's fine, but not tolerate it, because it means that you're putting up with an action or an individual or even group that you're not happy with, and you don't want to be a part of. So get rid, bye. Yes. Well, another thing as well, I don't know if you've all heard online a couple of years ago saying people were saying, bye Felicia, bye Felicia, bye Felicia. And I was wondering, where did that come from? Where did that come from? Little young man, oh bless him, bless his heart. Yeah, mummy nearly finished, darling. He's rubbing his face against my knee down there, bless him. Bye Felicia, that's... and I thought, well, who started that off? And people saying, oh, you know, if you go online and check, they say, oh, blah, blah, you're an influencer or whatever online, on YouTube or whatever, that said it. But it was said in 1971, in a TV movie, in 1971. It's called Columbo, Lady in Waiting, and the woman's there having her hair done. As she was leaving, she goes, bye Felicia. So that's where I think that would come from. So somebody's watched Columbo and come up with that. So, but anyway, bye. Have a Merry Christmas. I might do another video between now and Crimbo. I don't know. See how I am. See how things go. I might be busy. I've got a couple more things to get for Christmas dinner. then I'm done. I've got everything else I need. So I've got most of the food. You need cranberries for the stuffing, good dried or fresh cranberries for the stuffing, and some veggies because I've got the meats, all the different meats in. So turkey and beef, so lovely. Anyway, so speak to you soon. If I don't speak to you before, have a lovely Christmas, and I will definitely make a video between Christmas and New Year. All right then, bye bye.